Welcome everybody to the Div D podcast, calling the Audible. That was fun.
Ego, my mic isn't on.
Fun noise. Turn it down. Yes, time's on.
Oh, it is.
Thank you, Chapman, for.
I don't know. I can't hear myself. Oh.
There you go. There we have it.
The magic of technology.
Yeah. Moving mic.
It's
Moving wires around.
It's complicating. I threw my headset over there. So it's Chapman's fault.
We're like, what
It's
the hell are
Chapman's
you
fault.
doing?
How's everybody doing? Good.
Doing fine.
Running a bit late, but that's on our producer.
As always.
Yeah. He's taking forever to set up the
No,
show.
we're always late. It's not your fault.
Not the technical producer, the actual producer.
Yeah.
The one who's supposed to control the show, who's not.
Peace.
So Chapman,
And me.
Yeah,
the
whatever.
mysterious Chapman.
It's probably Eagle. Let's just blame one person. It's easier.
I prefer playing Eagle because he looks in charge.
No, I'm sure Peace was late.
He's
It was actually early.
Sounds like a
Now
lie.
I know you're drunk.
He thought the show started at 7 and showed up at 7:07.
So it's early.
Oh, there you go.
So he was 7 minutes late to his imaginary show.
Awesome.
Classic.
And always throws in like no worries whatsoever. It's like, yeah, I got this.
Yeah, that's good.
You guys can start without me.
Yeah. He is the show, right?
No, he's not. Mo is. It's Divi.
The show. All right, let's get this going before we get another 39-minute podcast. Like we did last
So Chapman,
week. Sorry about that.
best dressed moment of the week.
Probably on the golf course this week, as Steve and I are both on the 18th hole. I was chipping, he was putting. I apparently have very bad golf.
Oh, that was
ethics.
amazing.
Oh, you hit it while he was putting.
No, so we hit it at the same time. I
I'm
guess, more or
literally-
less.
But why are you putting? If
No,
he's-
I'm
if
literally
he's chipping?
putting from the other end of the
Yeah, because
the green, but he's chipping right next to the pole.
No, but why are you?
Because I was like 40 yards away and he was like 20. I was
like
literally the
25.
furthest
No,
guy.
yeah.
you don't putt until everybody is on the green.
No,
green.
the furthest one hits first.
Not when everybody has to be on the green.
No.
Yes.
If you're in the... like,
You have bad golf.
he's not even in the rough. He's like in the...
No, everybody's
Thank you,
on.
Terry.
Everybody on the green. That's when everybody starts putting.
No.
Yeah,
I
you're
was
supposed to
still
play
in
the
the...
furthest ball from the hole.
Yes.
No, but
furthest
but
ball. I was on the green.
Yeah,
I
no,
was like
you-
on the semi-rough part, like
Yeah.
right after the green. That was where my ball
I was in the fairway.
you're in the rough. Not the
You
rough.
hit-
You're in the fringe.
Yeah.
You're on the fringe. I get that. But everybody has to be on the green in order for you
Yep,
to start putting.
agreed.
Yeah. But I get the
Alright.
distance part. But you have to be on the green though
Anyways,
for that rule
point
to
is-
kick in.
So
Anyway, you
he's-
have no
He's
etiquette.
chipping. I'm putting.
Whatever.
My ball rolls
I
in.
got you.
Both balls are going in.
My ball rolls in right before his, so he moves the flagpole towards his.
Oh, so
And
it
the
hits your-
flagpole hits his ball, but doesn't. Like, there's no give,
Okay.
so it punches his ball right out.
Yeah.
3-0 and 4-0 in the last 4 games of all my playoff games.
He's still gradually
I've had
counting.
2 games in Div D and I've 1 in B and C. So I'm 4-0 in the
So
playoffs.
you're now 5-0 officially.
5-0 officially because the Div C team forfeited.
Yeah.
Gonna be 6-0 as well. Most likely 7-0.
So nope. But
We'll
moving
see.
on.
We'll see.
Speaking of teams that winning, I was looking at Gators. Are
Surprising.
still alive.
You surprised? I'm not.
Well, not about the Panda game.
Well, I mean,
Junkyard Dogs? Not really.
no, I'm not surprised. Are you surprised that Eddie Martinez at quarterback was able to beat the Pandas?
Well, Pandas were missing both their best players,
And who was that?
Nirosh and Ryan.
And Ryan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess that. But
They,
did you expect?
they struggled, but
Did you expect a 30-6 victory?
no, not with Eddie throwing. No jabs at him. It's just I didn't expect him to be able to throw 30 points.
Yeah, it's true. It's a good point.
Because the last time he did it, it was pretty atrocious.
My prediction last week: All Blacks beat Magic City.
It's true.
All Blacks beat Magic
And
City.
then All Blacks
get torched by Alpha Tees. So far, the favorite.
So either
team.
Alpha Tees is the best team in the division,
They
or
are.
All Blacks just
All Blacks are terrible.
dropped an egg.
I even having talking to Marc-Antoine Vallée before the game, I told him that they were going to smash. Alpha Tees are slowly making their case to being the favorite in Division D.
Yeah, I think they are right now.
Get off my D, man. Get off my D.
That was. You were there, were you?
yeah.
That was tough to watch them to lose in the overtime.
I
First
was-
off, if you only score 18 points,
Yeah.
you do not deserve to win a playoff game in FPL.
That's a very good point. Unless
Now
it's a
again-
defensive struggle, but it wasn't overtime, so it wasn't.
It
as
wasn't a
if-
defensive shutout. Both QBs were terrible.
Okay, so a quarterback struggle. We'll
They-
say, right?
On one side, you have a guy like Smuda, who had 2 targets for 2 touchdowns. But he had 2 targets the whole game, and he kept going the other way. The guy's
Well,
open.
because they knew what to cover, right?
The guy's open. Just hit him. But nope.
But friends in friends in
low
low places, low Benedicts, friends in low
Awesome.
places, or high friends in low places, high friends in places. They are a very experienced defense. So for them to shut down, get off my D, I'm not surprised.
No, and that's not the surprising part.
The
It's
other
fact
way
that
around.
They tied at 18.
Yeah.
No converts. 18 points.
And Jeff Rosenblatt.
Like, to me, this should have been like a 31-31 kind of game, you know?
Yeah.
31-32. And then
But
Jeff is just trying to get something going.
Forced it into Moazab. Moazab
Yep.
unfortunately dropped it in the end zone. Sucks for him. I mean, you put your
It's a costly job, but at the same time, why?
Ziggett Style. Ziggett Style couldn't get it through. ZiggettStyle.com.
Why?
I don't know. He just couldn't get
Game's
it
on the
done.
line. You go with the Jad.
Yeah, but maybe he was triple covered by Danny Demore
Might be.
and company
I don't
and
know.
Kevin Smuda.
I was scorekeeping at the same time, so technically I wasn't watching it.
I was in my middle of my game, but we had so much time in between whistles
It
because
was
of something
bad.
happened. Anyway, regardless of what happened.
No, that was not the time. It was when you played Incredibles that get off my
Oh
list
yeah,
line.
you're right. My mistake. So
And
bullies.
that game was important.
You're right. Bullies.
Bullies and all St. Lunatics, well, Benevento had a
Not
terrible outing
Not
as a
surprised.
quarterback in his first playoff game.
They had no Sergio Sicoli for some reason. I hadn't spoken to him, so I don't know why he was there. But St. Lunatics showed their true colors. I think they were able to beat tough teams.
I
They're
felt they
they're a
played
tough team
well
to play
this
against.
season.
They
It's
did.
just they had tough matchups ahead of them, and backer Bullies, they're experienced. They know what they're doing. They're a seasoned team in the playoffs.
They beat a lot of good teams this year.
And this week, other guys than Rich Schumann. Man.
But it
It
goes
was
to the
all said
point
and
of
done.
what I said last week, where they weren't consistent enough in the roster to be able to go into the playoffs comfortably with what you're.
St. Lunatics for them. If Wiseman plays the receiver.
So Gaumont.
So technically.
So they cut Gaumont.
So no, well, I think he can't make the playoffs. Like I know
Okay,
the guy
yeah, I
he missed a
remember we
lot
had
of
said that
games.
last week. Yeah.
So the guy missed a few games.
So they-
Technically, during the season he was playing. So
So the only way to
Wiseman
fit
had to
Gaumont on the
play.
roster was Gab at quarterback.
Yeah.
Now that Gaumont's
well,
not going
it
to
is
play,
Gab's team too.
of course, yeah. Now that Gab isn't playing, Gaumont isn't playing.
Gab
Gab
can
decided
play
to step aside.
But see how amazing he is as a receiver.
So
Like
much
we both know that
better.
Francois Martin is not. It's not him that's making the team better. It's Wiseman as a
I
receiver.
watched
DB.
them because they won.
He's finally not rushing anymore. He's playing corner.
That's
about time.
Yeah.
But I think they had it all planned out the entire way and just wanted to do something different. And now they're in the playoffs. It's like, stop experiencing and just do what we do best and go to
They
roll.
have two really good receivers.
They called you out, eh?
Warren Wiseman. They called me out a few times. Well, I didn't give them any respect all season, and
You
I
said
mean,
they're not a playoff team, and
they're
in the
not a
Final
playoff
Four.
team.
Well, they are now.
Now they are. They've proven me wrong.
With Zach
Congrats.
and Wiseman,
But
Zach
with-
Warren and Gab Wiseman on playing safeties and corners,
Yeah.
it's it's a D3 tandem on both sides of the ball, and they're in div D.
You also
disgusting.
have a D quarterback at best.
Yes.
François Martin is a good
Yeah, but
quarterback.
Wiseman makes plays
Of
though.
course, yeah, he's a very
Two
good
of his picks in the past two games were ridiculous.
sole reason why why they won their second round game
Yes.
against
Well, they
Prestige Royal.
they crushed Bromigos,
Destroyed them.
and then
Rightfully so.
Prestige Royal was a very tight game. The overtime's on,
can see it on
Rob Campana's Twitter. Video of the whole 9 minutes.
It's on Periscope. I think it's also
Yeah.
on Instagram as well.
I don't know if it's on Instagram.
It is on
Well,
Instagram.
there's no 9 minutes on Instagram.
The exactly.
But
the
there's no
winning play
like the whole video 9 minutes is on his Twitter.
is on his Twitter.
Rob
for- on
Campana's
Periscope,
Twitter.
yeah.
But that was a pretty nice finish. You could see Prestige Royal give it a good go, but overall Ghost came out on top.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't even to either of the guys we named. He went to his snapper, Michael DeGuire,
Mm-hmm.
scored.
Yep.
Kudos to them.
Using his offense.
Yeah.
So
Kudos
good,
to
good for them.
Les Affreux, still alive.
Man.
Well, they
we'll talk
defeated-
about
they beat Fuzzy Kittens well. Like, it wasn't even close. And then, well, it was close at first, but they pulled away in the second half. And
Yeah.
then Domont had a night,
Mhm.
22 for 27. Like, I think it's
Crazy.
the first time I see him play this well against Zoo.
They look
where-
good, man.
Well, basically, they man up hard on JD Jody. And Dubois had the biggest mismatch I've ever seen.
So Zulus, what does Zoo do going forward? I mean, it looks like they keep on choking in the playoffs.
It's not choking.
They keep on choking in the
they-
playoffs.
No, Frank K played well.
No, their team keeps on choking in
Yeah,
the playoffs.
but-
you want to talk about individual performances? Fine. They played well, but as a team, they choke in the playoffs every year.
They were outmatched. To me, in this game, they were outmatched.
I guess
Les
so.
Affreux had the better roster, and Zoo,
They have the two-way player of the year.
yeah, the two-way player they took JD Jody out. Yeah, one catch for 1 yard.
Good.
But on the flip,
Damon's
that I
there.
know of. So
Hopefully JD's there too. Hopefully Martin Jackson's there too.
Your
Still
boys.
alive, 12 seed.
I'm surprised you guys made it past the Sunday night game.
The Goats?
Yeah,
Why are you
I
surprised?
was expecting you guys to
I'm not
lose.
surprised we beat them in the regular season.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
It means a lot.
They had a very good offense. They crumbled. The second half was atrocious.
They came back because we were up 18-0 at some point, or 18-6, and they came back and they took the lead actually,
But
25 to 24, whatever.
And
it was.
right after that,
Shit hit the fan.
they never should have dropped that.
Shit
Well,
hit
we
the
won't
fan.
speak about that game because it was disgusting. But I'm
Just
still surprised you guys won.
I'm gonna say this though, is that regardless of what's happening with the refs, or if the other team's talking smack, whatever it is, because we were talking smack just as much as they were. I mean, not even actually. They were yelling at us for nothing. Like I said what I had to say, and a few guys said what they had to say. But it's all in the fun of the game. The ref, if you don't agree with what the ref says,
It doesn't matter.
you isolate
Do
your
not
captain.
talk back
You get
to-
your captain to go talk to the ref calmly, and you end it at that.
No, but ask a question. Don't. Anyways.
regardless.
And then
Game
you guys beat
game went
5-star.
out of hand. We ended up winning, and then Tuesday night we
You
ended
guys
up beating 5-star.
That was another serious upset. I
Very good
must
game.
say, I expected 5 stars to go at
very
least
fun
to
game.
the Final Four.
Yeah, they're a really good team, honestly. But we had the good matchups against them. We matched up Josh Malik against Jordan Moses. Isolated him. Jordan had a couple catches, but nothing crazy. Josh had a really good game. Couple pass deflections on Jordan in tight spaces. 1 pick. Tom had a really good game. No sacks, but if it wasn't for him rushing Jeremy had to go to a second, third read, and it just wasn't working.
Zorko makes a big difference.
Yeah,
for you guys.
Jeremy had his.
Playing in the All-Star games the day after the finals, so on Monday the 8th. It's at Papineau. Everybody's invited to show up.
Pappy.
It's not division-based. It's a draft, so there's captains. They draft every player from every division. Depending on your division, you score more points. So for instance, if a guy from Div D scores a touchdown, the team puts up more points than if the guy from Div A scores a touchdown.
That's it, exactly.
More information will be released sooner or later, but the actual All-Star roster for Division D are... We actually have 3 quarterbacks in Division D.
How do we have 3 quarterbacks?
Because we nominated 3 quarterbacks.
Okay, we did. Okay. So
First one, Jesse Dupuis from Alpha T's,
of
QB of the year.
quarterback of the year.
Your boy, Jeremy Anderson.
My boy,
from
Jeremy
5-star.
Anderson.
And Jonah Cohen from Prestige Worldwide also gets a mention.
Yeah.
Now,
Prestige Wild, big. We didn't mention, but they lost this week. Big time upset to
Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Now, snapper is Martin Jackson from Les Affreux, who we talked about earlier. Rusher is your boy, Zorko from Frosty Bronsons, who had an amazing season.
21 sacks, not including the 5 he had in the first round of the playoffs.
Now, the 3 receivers we nominated was Joey Taylor, the receiver of the year, Mikey Marini from Sabre FC.
Mickey Marini.
Mikey?
Mickey.
Mickey? Interesting.
If there's a C there, it's Mickey. If there's no C, it's Mikey.
And Mathieu Hull from Alpha T's, who nobody mentions, but is an absolute monster.
I think we mentioned him a few times this year. I did anyway.
The DBs, Kyle McGuigan.
Oh!
I got it this time! Kyle McGuigan from Sabre FC, who Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
And Anthony Lazara from the Goats,
Anthony Lazare.
who had a monster season.
And Patrick Saint-Amand, 2-way for the Zoo, and also JD Joly, 2-way
From the Zephyr.
Zephyr.
Who had a very good season also.
Yeah. I like the team. I think that a guy like Alex Holloway should have been in there.
He's only his receiver. He was a snapper, he would have had it, but his receiver stats
It's a shame that I'm the snapper.
are low-ish. I asked him actually,
He has
like,
like
if you're a
13
snapper,
touchdowns.
you're getting all-star. He's like, I'm not snapping.
He has
Like, you
the
should have
13
lied to
He
me.
has the 13 touchdowns. Yeah, he should have
You
lied to
should
me.
have lied to me.
He has like 13 touchdowns.
But yeah, no, there's some guys that should have been mentioned. I agree with you 100%.
I should have made it, man. My 2-way stats are
But we
unreal.
only give... Well, you play higher division.
I get it.
but we
I
only-
don't play defense.
But we only give it to 12 guys.
Yeah.
Because it needs to be...
You have to have an
Yeah,
even
if
number.
we give it to everybody, it doesn't mean anything anymore.
That's it.
So 12 guys. Congratulations
So who
to
would you-
everybody who won.
Who would you have at quarterback? Let's say this team, 12 guys. Who would you have as your starting
Well,
quarterback?
technically, it's not the way it works.
No, but let's say you had this team as your starting team. As your
Okay.
team. This team enters into Division 4.
Well,
let's
if
say.
you give me this team,
Yeah. Who's your quarterback?
then obviously I want Jonah Cohen to play quarterback because that leaves me Jeremy and Jesse as weapons on offense, right?
I like this team a lot, honestly.
Jesse's...
all good guys, too.
Jeremy and Jesse are Div 3 receivers at the least.
That's it.
So, no jabs to Jonah. It's just... They're better than you.
Yeah, a little bit.
So, first game on our docket tonight. Backyard Bullies, Friends in Low Places.
Woo-wee.
Last time these guys played, never.
Never.
Backyard Bullies pulled off 2 impressive games back to back. Some of the guys not named Rich Hume stepped up, made some plays. We've talked about Rich Hume finish the season with 22 touchdowns.
Finished with 22 touchdowns?
Yes, it's impressive.
Not surprised.
But now some guys stepped up, made some plays. The offense not on Rich Humes anymore. Brandon has other guys to go to. Offense is pretty amazing. And now John McQueen is making some noise as a DB. He joined the team a bit late, I believe.
Yep.
But he's been making plays, and Bullies are now back on top.
Bullies with a few tight wins is the key factor, defense and offense.
Well, friends and Lopez rely heavily on Smuda and
Yeah.
Dynamo. From what I heard, Smuda might not make the game.
Hey, that's tight.
We'll see. He's coming back. He has a flight back. He's gonna try to be there. But if he's not, I could see Bullies pulling away.
If the Bullies win, it's strictly on the back of Rich Humes.
Yeah, but no, I mean like if Smuda's not there, it's Rich Humes against Danny Demo, right?
Yeah, sure.
But the other players, the other players from Bullies are better than the other players from Friends of Little Places, in my opinion.
Very evenly matched. You'd
Yeah?
be surprised on how good. Just because they don't look the part, but I think
That doesn't mean anything.
Friends in Low Places.
I saw Alex Gray play well this.
Alex Gray is a great player.
on Tuesday.
Alex
No,
Gray's a great
Sunday.
player. Jordan Belmar is a great player. His father Norm is a good snapper. I mean, you can't say much about him. Then you have Justin Cantillo on the other side, who's very comparable to anybody on the Bullies.
Yeah, Cantillo's good.
The father did not play on Tuesday's victory.
Who the hell is this?
Smoke on, who scored caps.
Scorekeeper extraordinaire.
Yeah, the 5-time defending scorekeeper champion
Because there's a title.
of the
is a
year.
title,
But no,
yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. Fresno plays this quickly here, guys. They played a really good second half. And if Smuda can do what he did last game in this weekend's matchup, they have a good chance to upset anybody at this point in the playoffs.
Interesting
I
input
like
from
it. Why
Mokan.
not? Smoot is a big time X factor as well, but Danny Demore to me is the guy to look out for,
Okay.
especially if Smoot can't make it.
Prediction, guys?
Prediction: I'm gonna go Friends in Low Places, low scoring game, 26-18.
Choppy, chop, chop.
I'm gonna go with the Bullies.
Oh!
Maybe Smuda won't be there, and since he's the X factor,
I'm going with Bullies 32-31.
I like it.
Next game, Justice League, Frosty Bronsons.
Whoa, this is gonna be a good game.
The Justice League just came off a bye week, won against Sabre FC on the
Like,
final drive.
very
They
good
were
game.
up 4 points. Sabre FC couldn't convert. Justice League moves on to face the Bronsons.
To face Frosty.
Now, Justice League is not as top heavy as people believe. It doesn't all come down to Mendy Cardichon.
yes, it does.
But on the flip side, Frosty Bronsons doesn't all come down to Terry Tam.
Surprisingly,
That's
surprisingly.
a lie. Terry Tam is not the X Factor.
No, who's the X factor on Frosty?
Josh.
Josh is a big time. X
Josh.
factor. And that's somebody that they didn't.
Well,
see.
James obviously is a quarterback, but Josh.
Josh is somebody that they didn't see when we played against them the last
He's
time.
he's a different player. He brings something to the table that the rest of your team cannot bring. I would say GM, but that's just lying.
Yeah, we love GM, but not so much.
So can Terry Tam have another impressive night?
Yeah, why not?
Stop lying, Terry Tam. I'm asking Chapman.
Why not?
yes, he can.
Thank you. No, but this is honestly, it'll be a good game. I like to. Honestly, they're good guys. Just League, they're good sports. I like to talk a lot of smack to them.
Can anybody
On
play
Twitter.
against Mendy?
Yeah, we have a bunch of guys that can cover Mendy. I'm not worried about that. It's just that they're grinders, right? So they always play to the caliber of their team, of their opponents.
But they never back down though. They may be down
Exactly,
12
yeah.
points, but they'll come back.
They're loud, they're proud, but yeah, I don't
They're
see-
emotional.
They're also their schedule wasn't. Granted, they made the playoffs, but they finished 7-3. All that
The
crap.
schedule is not. They're doing. They didn't ask for it.
That's
so
it. Whatever.
doesn't
They
matter.
won. They made the playoffs. They won the division.
They lost to you
earned-
guys,
They lost
did
us
they?
22-20.
So
It was a very close game. It could have been the other way around.
To me, I
they had
feel
the ball
like-
in the last play of the game.
To me, I feel like they're angry about that game,
Of course they are.
and they're gonna come out firing, and this will be another low scoring affair. But Bronson's gonna take it.
You think the Bronsons take it? I know the Bronsons are going to take it. There's no worry. There's no thought in my. There's no way
Hey, it's simple.
we lose
Bronson's,
to Justice League.
Bronson's beat Justice Leagues, but lose on Tuesday. Chapman prediction.
Bronson's to win because of Terry's potty mouth.
I have a big time potty mouth.
Gators after. No previous matchup.
I do not like this game at all because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't like this game at all because I don't know what's going to happen. What I do know is that
Who can cover Eddie Martinez from this
Exactly.
after?
What I do know is that they have one guy on their team that can cover Eddie, and his name is JD. And if JD,
No, that's not happening.
and if his name isn't JD, then who is it?
No, they can't.
They
JD's
can't
gonna
cover.
try. But
If
it's
there's
not
one
gonna-
guy, I said if there's one guy that can, his name is JD.
No.
But doesn't
on-
mean that I think he can.
But on
The
the
only-
flip side, who can cover Martin Jackson?
Oh
for
my! Are
Gators?
you serious or what?
I very
His
serious.
name is Eddie Martinez.
No, because Eddie's gonna be on JD.
So you
or
have.
Dubois.
So you have what's his name? Evan Cook.
Beltrami? Beltrami's
Beltrami?
gonna be on either
Cook?
JD or Dubois. The one kid.
Cook?
Eddie's not.
Okay.
Is Cook back?
I think he should be.
I know he was injured for a while.
I haven't checked it, but also the emergence of Kevin St. Pierre as a good rusher, he might be able to fluster Matt Dumont a bit.
Interesting.
If the routes aren't open right away, Kevin St. Pierre is going to be right in front of Matt Dumont.
Agreed.
And we've seen Dumont struggle against good rushers. And
Agreed.
I'm giving the leeway towards the Gators at this point.
Okay, so Corey over Dumont.
It's not Corey over Dumont. It's Gators over Dumont. Gators over Africa.
So it's not an offensive performance.
No, I think there's going to be a lot of picks in this game.
So over under 4.
Over
Like
under
both
4
teams?
picks?
Yeah.
Both teams? Over.
Over 4
Yeah,
picks.
I'm going to say the winning team throws 2, the losing team throws 3.
Wow, Chap, you agree?
I agree. Gators.
Man, good stuff.
This guy.
Good stuff. Way to jump on my prep, bud.
Yeah.
What?
I would
Score.
pick the Gators anyway.
Score real fast here. Diptam.
Score, if there's 5 picks, I'm going to say 34. Is that possible? 34 to 20.
Everything's possible.
26. 34, 26.
So 8-point game.
With that one touchdown is going to be the difference. That one pick is going to be the difference.
I say 31-19.
4?
Gators.
Gators.
I was gonna go
Africa-
with
Surprised you're not going with your boys.
Africa or not, doesn't matter. Africa are gonna have a bad game just because what Dumont likes to do when he's flustered
And they
will
might
not be there.
Like they said, they're also missing a few players, so they might be missing players.
Last game tonight, Alpha T's Ghost. I think this is one of my favorite games on the docket.
Such a trap game. Such a trap game for
It is.
Alpha but
Alpha T's, they have a Georges Gilly who played with
Yeah.
me and Gab before.
he
So
was on.
he knows this team, and he played with Diablos, which is basically Ghosts.
He also played with the Ghosts.
Yes,
He played with the Ghosts. Okay, so that doesn't matter.
I expect
He
Alpha
played with them
T's.
3 years ago.
I
3
expect
seasons
Alpha
ago.
T's to know what they're up against. Like
To
me, in my
respect
opinion,
Gab
because,
Wiseman.
because of George, they're gonna go into this game saying these guys are so much better than we think they are.
Yeah, I agree.
Whereas on the flip side, Ghosts, this is a battle I think they can't win, just because of how deep Alpha T's roster is. Who do you pick on?
Who do you pick on the Alpha T's?
Yeah.
You can't pick on anybody.
Exactly.
Why are you picking on people?
So if you can't pick on everybody, you need to have one matchup that you win.
and what's that matchup going to be?
I don't know.
I see 3 touchdowns for Mathieu Hull, no joke, and I see the score being by 24 points for Alpha T's.
Because Mathieu Hull is the kind of receiver that is very tough to cover.
The red zone, you can't beat him. He does that corner out so well.
Well, he's an enormous guy.
Yeah, and he runs his routes extremely well.
Yeah.
He catches everything. But overall, honestly, I don't see the Ghosts being able to match up against Alex David, Mathieu Hull, Marc-Antoine Vallée, Brian Mongeau, who we did not talk about all year.
I know. Well, we talked about it once.
One time, but like this team is sick, and you have the quarterback of the year in Jesse Dupree.
Yeah.
The
Jesse
Alpha
makes
T's-
magic. Man,
If Alpha T's
honestly.
don't win this game, I'll be very
If
disappointed.
Alpha T's doesn't win this
because
game,
of
it's
the
the
hype.
biggest upset.
It's a big upset.
But I can't. But no jabs at Ghosts.
But
They're
it is a
a
big
really
upset.
good team.
It
It's
is
just
a big upset.
this is the worst matchup they could run.
Oh, crazy.
This is
It's crazy.
if Ghosts were up against any other team left in Division D,
yeah,
I would pick Ghosts.
yeah.
But
That's a good
this, to me, I don't see Alpha T's losing against this matchup.
point. I agree.
So my only question is, can Ghosts put up 35?
No, absolutely not.
If they put up 35, they might
No.
win.
Nope.
But
Also,
Alpha
Martin-
T's,
François Martin couldn't do it in Diablo. Obviously, he didn't have the weapons, but he couldn't do it with the Diablos in Division 6 in the final last year. He's not going to be able to do it against a tough team like the Alpha T's. I don't see them scoring more than 12.
more than 12.
Yeah.
No, I think Gab's gonna make magic.
If it's 12, it's extra points, and it's 14, 13.
No, I
14.
see Wiseman like breaking some tackles.
On
I
defense,
see 3 touchdowns.
I see him making plays on defense.
I see 3 touchdowns from Ghosts.
Yeah.
So 19 points.
And Zorn might not be there.
Why?
I heard that he's not going to be there this week.
Interesting.
Yeah.
If he's not there, it's over.
Yeah. Because you're
But anyways,
one-dimensional.
3 touchdowns. Alpha T's are put up 40 points.
They need to march the field with Maguire and Desaunier and Levesque. They need to march the field because Gab is going to be covered. So Gab is going to make
Nah.
plays on defense. There's no doubt in that. The only thing is the Ghosts need to figure another way to march the field and count on some red zone
Alpha
touchdowns.
T's 33. Ghost 19.
38 to 12.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Chop, 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 chop.
Alpha T's. I'm not going to say score.
I just want to be different, guys. X factor here, guys, real quick. Who's the difference maker in this game?
That's it. Actually, no, Brian Mongeau.
Brian Mongeau?
Yeah, I'm taking it.
I still like your. I could see a stat line like 6 catches, 77 yards, 3 touchdowns from Mathieu Hull.
Not 3, but maybe 1
No,
or 2.
not from
but,
Mathieu
you
Hull.
know.
But Brian
Off
Mongeau is
Mathieu,
gonna
yeah.
go like 8 catches for 120 yards
Or
and like
1
2
for
touchdowns.
40, and
It's gonna be like Mongeau and Hull all night. On that note, thank you
Savage.
guys. Final thoughts, third time.
Eagle.
Do we want to try and figure out who's going to be in the finals?
Ooh,
It's
picks.
true, because we're not going to be here.
Next week is pressers.
Next week is
Press
press conference.
conferences.
So if you do win tonight, and then have the luxury of winning again on Tuesday, then we will ask you to meet us here
We will message
at
you.
9 o'clock.
Ish.
9 o'clock ish. Be here 9 o'clock on Sportera. So my pick, obviously, I'm going to go with good old Frosty Bronson's.
Really?
Yeah.
Les Bransons?
Of course, I have to. I'm going to go with Frosty Bronson. On the other side, I'm going to say...
Easy, man.
It's either Gators Les Affaires or Alpha Team Ghosts.
Yeah. I see
Frosty Bronson as well.
Alphatees, backyard bullies, and someone's wearing a penny
Sure.
at the finals. Official sign off there, down.
Saturday.